Okay, how are you today? We are going to be looking at how to work with Jimdo templates because I think that it's a very basic skill that you need to have when you are building a website with Jimdo. I think that Jimdo does, these template options very easy for us, and well, that's basically what we are going to be looking at today. So there are different topics that we are going to be covering with this video. So first of all, there's going to be a brief overview of this whole Jimdo templating thing. Then I'm going to show you how to create a new site, how to change the theme for your existing site, how to work with the blank templates, and even how to edit your site with HTML and CSS. Please note that this is not going to be a code related tutorial, and that's probably a topic for a different video sometime in the future. Then I'm going to show you how the template filtering works, and finally, if you are not satisfied with the themes that Jimdo provides to you, so there is this other place which provides premium level Jimdo templates so that you have more selection over the possible layouts that you can use on your website. Okay, so let's get started with the brief overview of what Jimdo is really all about, and especially what these templates are all about. So if you go to jimdo.com/templates, so you are going to see all the different templates that Jimdo has currently available for you. And I think that when you are looking at this page, it's a very typical type of template page. First of all, you are going to see all these different templates when you are landing on this page. And as you can see that there are different categories. These different templates are divided into different categories, and obviously the first category that you are going to see is the all category when you are landing on this page. What's noticeable here, there are actually two things which are noticeable here. First of all, when you go through this page, you will see that there really aren't that many templates available. You can basically work around with this, I guess you could say, limitation. I'm going to show you a couple of ways how you can actually expand the selection of these templates. But this is basically the core level of templates that Jimdo is providing you. And also, it's worth noticing that there is also a blank template option, which we are going to be looking at later on this video. It's basically a template where you can design your site from scratch. And of course, if you are running into any issues with creativity, so Jimdo got you covered already. So we are also going to be looking at that option as well. Okay, so I think that this is pretty much what I have to say about templates on a general level. But next, it would be really nice to show you a demo how templates work and how to actually create a site with a template, because that's basically when you are that's basically the first time when you are interacting with Jimdo templates. When you are creating a new website, you will have to pick a template for your site, and there is no way around that. So let's take a look at that first. So basically how this works is that first of all, you have to log into your account. It's a very common practice, and obviously you need to have an account first. So I definitely encourage that you that you create your account first, and then it's much easier to follow this tutorial. So in this very case, let me just click the Start Now button, which is on the front page of the Jimdo's website. And actually, since I have already created my own account, so I have already logged in. But let me just click Start Now. And what is going to happen next is that Jimdo is giving me a couple of options to choose from, and basically it is asking me what type of a site I want to create. Is it going to be a blog? Is it going to be an online store or a website? But for this demonstration, I'm choosing a website. So I'm clicking Create a Website. And on this next screen, Jimdo is asking me whether I want to use the Jimdo Dolphin tool or I guess you could say the regular creator tool when creating the actual website. But for this demonstration, I'm using the creator tool for this website that I'm about to build very soon. And on this next step, and this is an optional step, Jimdo is asking you what type of a what industry your blog or website or an online store belongs to. But since Jimdo is giving me an option to skip this step, so I'm basically going to do that. I'm not going to pick any particular industry for this demonstration. And now we are on the theme selection page. And you can basically pick any of these themes that you would like to use on your site. So let me just pick, for instance, this metric beauty theme, and I will click Select Templates. And since I'm using this for demonstration purposes, I'm also choosing the free plan. And next, you will have to pick a domain for your new website. Whether you are using your own existing domain or you are registering a new domain through Jimdo, or then you can just use the .jimdofree.com extension. And this is basically what I'm going to use by creating an imaginary website domain name. In this case, it could be like Timo's Madrid site. That's really awkward. So, but let me just use that. Let me just check the availability first to see if it's available. I'm guessing that it is available. Yes, it is. So let me just create a new free website by using this very awkward domain name. So, but anyways, it's gonna take, I guess in this case, it's going to take just a couple of seconds that Jimdo creates this website for you. And now, what is happening is that I have a website. I have a website with this particular metric theme hooked on it. So it's so easy to use these templates. It's very easy to actually pick them and make your site look nice. And obviously what is happening from here is that you start editing and doing your own changes and modifications to this theme, or perhaps I guess you could say you would be adding new elements to this page so that the site would really look like your own site, following your own guidelines or your own brand. And that's basically how it works. But let's say that you have picked a theme for your site, and let's say that you would like to change that. So how is that going to happen? Well, fortunately, it is possible to actually change a theme afterwards, and this is not possible with not necessarily with every other site builder, but it is possible with Jimdo. And picking a new theme is actually very, very simple. So let me just show you how it works. So all I have to do, and since I'm already logged into my account, I do not have to do that anymore. But let me just go to this menu which is on the top left of the page here, and let me just click this icon and choose design and templates. Now what is happening next is that Jimdo is actually providing me these same templates that I saw earlier, and then I can just scroll this template selection bar horizontally, and it basically gives me this option to choose a new template for my site. So I'm currently using the Madrid template. So let's say that I have chosen that this Amsterdam template is something that I would like to use. But before I actually do that, I have to say something before we continue. When you are seeing this red Pinterest button at the top, it's not actually part of this package, so to speak. So that Jimdo is not actually providing this. It's really because I have this Chrome extension installed to my browser. So that's basically why it's showing me this Pinterest button. But normally it's not there if you haven't installed it to your browser. But anyways, when you are looking at the, I guess you could say, a thumbnail of this particular theme, you will see these two buttons. You will see a preview button which helps you to see how the theme would look like on your site, and obviously the basic idea is that only the template or the layout is going to be changed, but everything else, like what you have done, like all the content and all that kind of stuff, is going to stay intact. And it makes sense. Like, it would be very dangerous to change the template in the middle of a design process, and then all of a sudden realize that all the content changes that you have done are already gone. So it's not going to be the case. So the layout is only changing. However, in some cases, what I have noticed is that the change is not so dramatic. So sometimes it may look like the old site. Like, for instance, for some reason the old background is still there, and it may look like that, hey, my site never really changed that much, but it did change. But sometimes the changes are actually quite subtle. Okay, so this is the preview mode. Then you can basically save it if you would like to use it, but let me just click the undo button here. But there's this other nice feature that I would like to show you, and it's basically the variations button here. So when you click it, what you are going to see that there are actually a couple of variations built on top of this, I guess you could say, a core theme. So for instance, in this Amsterdam case, there are 3 different themes in total. And these themes, they may have these very small changes in them. Like, for instance, when you are looking at this second preview image, you are going to see that it has a background of a dark color, and it's a little bit different than this other theme. And actually, when I'm looking at these variations, they do have a name. So like this first one that I have already chosen is Amsterdam, and then this other variation is called Jidho. Sorry, I'm unable to pronounce that. And finally we have a Jordan. So they might have these small changes in them. So one theme is actually more than just one theme. It might contain a couple of variations. So it's something worth noticing. But let's say that I would like to use this second variation of this Amsterdam theme. So let me just click the preview button. Let's see what changes. Okay. and it basically looks like this, and we have this gray background there. And let me just click save. So, and now the theme has been changed, and it looks like this, and then you can just continue with the editing work that has to be done on your site before it goes live. Okay, so next what I'm going to show you is how to actually work with blank templates. So in this particular case, let's see if it's possible to show it to you like this. So, like, first of all, you probably remember that I showed you that on the Jimdo template page there is a blank template option, and basically all you have to do is that when you are creating a new website, and on that page or on that screen when Jimdo is actually telling you to choose the templates, so all you have to do is just to pick this blank template option, and the rest of the site creation process works as normal. So there are no other differences in that. And I'm not going to show you again how to create a site just with the blank templates. I know that you are able to handle it very easily. But let me just take a look if I have. Let's see. Okay, so basically I could just show you how to actually work with the blank template by choosing a blank template. So let me just pick the menu item, go to design, and then just choose the templates and then pick, let's see if it's here. I would expect that it's here. For some reason, it's not here. It's maybe it's a little bit funny, I guess, because you would expect that the blank template is here. Let's see if it's possible to actually work with the blank template by. I have a couple of different. Yeah, I have a test website here, so let's actually demonstrate that. So as soon as you have created your website with the blank template, it is going to be blank, and there is not going to be anything in it. And instead, what is going to happen is that you can then start adding new items, new elements to your site by either clicking the Add Element button, which is a very regular Jimdo editor type of feature. It works as suspected. There is nothing fancy about that. But there is this other feature which is very handy, and let me just show it to you. When you are in a blank editing mode, you are going to see this type of a button called Choose a Suggested Layout. And when I click that, I have, I guess you could say, a selection of different predefined layouts. And it's good for any of us, including me, who are running into creativity blocks every once in a while. So if you have started a blank website and then you realize that you are unable to proceed because you do not have any ideas for a new layout. So in this very case, you could use the suggested layout, and then you could just pick any of these layouts, and there are actually different categories or different pages, and their layouts are also here. But let me just choose the home page for the site. So for instance, in this case, I would just pick this one. And once those changes are applied, Jimdo is asking me whether I want to use this template or not, or this suggested layout or not, rather. And then I just click use it, and I have the layout applied to my site, so I can then start editing these different elements and continue with the design work that has to be done. So it's basically so easy. Finally, related to these different templates and actually editing them is by using a code view or HTML/CSS type of editing for your site. So actually, you basically saw a quick preview of what I'm about to show you next, but let me just show it to you again. Let me just pick my Madrid test site that I just created, and let's say that if I want to go to the editing view, actually I want to edit the site by using HTML and CSS. So let me just go back. So let me just choose the menu item on the top left and click this icon, and then choose the design link here, and then under custom template I'm able to go into the code view of this page. Now, like I told you in the beginning, this is not going to be a tutorial related to how to edit your site with HTML and CSS, and that's a topic for a different video. But in this current demonstration, I'm just showing you that it's actually possible to edit your site this way. And obviously, it means that you have to be competent with these technologies with HTML and CSS, because based on my earlier experiences, it's very easy to actually mess up your site if you do not know what you are doing. So at least now you know that this type of an option is already there, and it's also a nice addition to all these different ways to edit your site. Okay, that's all there is related to modifying or picking a template. And then I'm going to show you a couple of other things before I finish this video. So the next nice thing that Jimdo is actually providing you is template filtering. Let's see if I'm able to find. No, it's not here, it's here. So let me just reload the page. The template filtering is basically a way to pick a template based on a certain selection criteria. So basically what it means is that you could pick a template, for instance, if it has a left sidebar, or if it has a drop down, or breadcrumbs, and you can basically do that with Jimdo template filtering by going to jimdo.design. And there is also another way to actually get to this page. Let me just log in again. So let me go to this newly created site so it's easier to demonstrate it that way. Let's say that if I wanted to change a theme for my site, and let's go to design and templates. And on this horizontal scroll bar here, I could just scroll to the right, and then I would be able to find the perfect template link. And it will basically take me to the template filter support center article, but then you could just click for the template filter button, and you would, well, basically land this very same page that we were on already. So let's say that in this case I would like to find all the themes which have a left sidebar, so I could just click any of these elements and they would turn blue, and then it would show me that, hey, in this case I'm showing you 8 different templates. That's the amount of templates that I found for you when you did your search, and then it shows me all the different templates which which have a left sidebar, and you could basically well, you could actually pick multiple criteria. For instance, breadcrumbs would be, so for instance in this case I have all the templates available which have a left sidebar, but also they do have a breadcrumb. So that's basically how this works. It's a really nice way to filter out the templates, and obviously I guess this feature would be even more handy if Jimdo would be providing like tens or hundreds of different templates. So then it would be even more convenient. But I think that this is still a very nice addition to choosing and picking a right template for your site. So that's basically what the template filtering is all about. Now, finally, what if you are thinking that when you go to the website template selection page, or you are looking at all these different templates and you do not like any of them, and you are thinking that, okay, so I mean, is there a place to find more templates? And fortunately there is, and one site outside of Jimdo that I'm going to mention here is called Matrix Themes. So you can go to www.matrix-themes.com/templates, and there you can find premium level Jimdo templates that you can purchase and install to your site. So these templates do cost money, and being totally transparent, I haven't used these templates myself, so I do not have any first-hand experiences of them, but at least this is a place related to Jimdo templates, premium templates, and then you can pick any of these and install to your site. And they also list all these different core features that all of these templates include. Okay, it has been a long video. So basically, we looked at an overview of templates, how to create a new site with a new template, how to change a template for an existing site, how to work with blank templates, how to work with the code view in Jimdo templates, a little bit of template filtering, and finally we looked at this premium marketplace related to Jimdo themes. So that's all there is to it. I hope that you found this video valuable, and I will get back to you soon. Bye bye.